Hey there everyone, welcome back to another review. So today we'll be taking a look at a pomade from a very classic company from 1925, which is obviously Murray's. And Murray's is my favorite classic pomade company. They really give you high quality products, and they've been around since 1925, so obviously they know what they're doing. But today we'll be taking a look at no ordinary Murray's product, because this will be a limited edition pomade. And for those of you who don't know yet, it's the small batch 50/50. Now this is just some rare stuff. You couldn't find it every day. As for me, I found it at the local rockabilly store. If any of you visit Berlin sometime at some point of your lives, you should really go check this little store out if you're into the 50s or rockabilly, pin-up or greaser style. It has a lot of great accessories, bowling shirts, pin-up dresses, and other accessories such as sunglasses and belt buckles, and you do have quite several pomades as well. I bought this off the store, and this is actually the last one they had, which I was fortunate to get it. It cost me about $8.50 or $8.90, I can't remember, in euros. So let's go ahead and check the tin out. So the tin is really just a Murray Superior tin. You can see here, Murray Superior Hairdressing Pomade, and there's a sticker over the can, which says Special Edition 50/50 small batch. It's just like a Superior tin with the sticker for this particular pomade placed over it, and the barcode for this particular product placed over it under the bottom of the can. The lid, however, is truly the original product for itself, and I think it's actually the best lid of the whole Murray's line. It just looks super badass. You have your cartoon wolf over here, which is the Murray's mascot, with a pompadour right here, and the Murray's font has a really Western touch to it, as well as a small batch 50/50. It has a stencil style font, which just reminds me of Western, the American Western era, as in cowboys and everything. And these stars over here just remind me of the shot leather jackets. So I personally think it's a really cool tin, the best design of all Murray's products. Let's open it up right now. Its smell, I hadn't mentioned this earlier, but Murray's 50/50, why it's called 50/50 is because it is actually a mix of the Superior and Excelente. You can see here 50% original Murray's, 50% Excelente, and that's what it says on the lid. So if we open it up and check out its scent, that's exactly what it smells like. It really smells like a mix of Murray's Superior and Murray's Excelente. The yellow tin, mind you, not the purple tin. The purple tin smells like roses, but the yellow tin smells like leather cleaner. This one has that powdery scent you get from the original Murray's, and you also have that leather scent from Excelente, the yellow Excelente. When you look at the pomade, it has a honey-like color to it, the typical yellow color of original Murray's products, and it has a greasy consistency to it. This is a medium pomade, but it just looks super greasy and doesn't look so waxy. So, the main thing that confuses me about this pomade is actually a true medium, but it has the properties of a light pomade. And I was really confused at first, because I actually thought it was a light pomade. So I'll go ahead and show you how it scoops out. Really, really easy, nice and greasy. Just take a look at this. It is like a very firm grease. For those of you who've used Sweet Georgia Brown before, this is actually the closest thing you'll ever get to Sweet Georgia Brown. It just really reminds me of Sweet Georgia Brown, the one with the red tin. It just scoops out like it has a very similar consistency and greasiness. And basically it feels the same on the hair. So easy to scoop out, so easy to apply. It's a lot easier to apply than a lot of the true mediums. I mean, true mediums aren't that difficult to apply, but you have a bit of a waxy feel to it. This one doesn't actually feel waxy, it just feels straight up greasy. And it goes in your hair like a light medium. I really thought this was a light medium pomade at first, until I did the math, where it's more of logic actually, that Excelente itself is actually a light medium pomade, and I was aware of that. And the Superior is obviously a heavy, so you get heavy and light medium. You combine them together, you get a true medium. So it has the consistency of a light medium. It goes in your hair and applies just like a light medium. And how it styles, it's so easy to move your comb through your hair, you have no slight resistance to it. But it just feels so easy to style with, and you can guess, it styles like a light medium. I was absolutely bamboozled. But its shine, because I thought this was a light medium at first, I was a little disappointed by its shine, because for its consistency, like its Sweet Georgia Brown like consistency, it's supposed to have that high shine, that really high shine, like Sweet Georgia Brown has. But it doesn't. But on the other hand, for a true medium, its shine is really, it just has a shine that's higher than it's supposed to be for a true medium. So its shine is not enough for a light medium, but it's a lot compared to most of your true mediums. But nonetheless, it's still a nice shine. I was a little disappointed at first because given its consistency, I thought it would have a higher shine. But as I learned this is actually a true medium later throughout the day, then I learned to accept it, that for a true medium, its shine isn't so bad, and it lasts all day. It's great stuff. I would actually say the shine is decent. It's not the highest, it's not too high, but it's pretty good. Let me just redo my part. It actually really styles so easy. With this, you actually have a good slickness to it. I can get my sides to actually slick to the back, or at least diagonally, not completely to the back, but somewhere between backwards and diagonal. You would get like a good grip out of this pomade. It just feels pretty firm, and it has a nice grip to it. It may feel like you're combing through a light medium, but later through the day, when you're surprised by how good it holds, that's when I found out it's actually a true medium. And I thought the logic myself, Excelente plus Superior would obviously give you a true medium rather than just a mere light medium. And so, I should just call it done at this point. And you get some relatively quick styling there. So far, you get really great form, like you have, it gives you a really great shape, nothing too blocky. It gives you pretty good roundness to it. This is pretty slick stuff. It keeps my hair well placed together, and it gave me one of the best contours I've ever styled. So I really like the way this pomade styles. Its shine isn't too bad, and it's got pretty great slickness to it. So I'll come back to you and show how well it holds throughout the day. Okay, here's a little something I forgot to mention earlier. So this, being a medium pomade, washes surprisingly easy. I mean, I've used 2 days of buildup with this before, and on each day I use 2 scoops. And on the second day I actually use 1 finger dab for me. 1 scoop was smaller than a scoop the day before, but let's still count that as 4 scoops in total. So 4 scoops in 2 days took me about 3 washes with shampoo, which isn't too bad for a medium pomade. So there you have it. The ease of washability comes from the Excelente, as well as its softer texture and some of its shine, while you get the decent hold from the Superior. So you have the best of both worlds right there. And I'll seriously get back to you at the end of the day. Okay, so it's been almost 11 hours since I first put the pomade in my hair. and it's doing a generally good job for keeping my hair in place. It's got a decent hold to it. But then, as for my shorter hairs on the sides, it really couldn't do anything. No matter how many times I recombed it, it just would eventually stick out again. And at first, from my sides, it sticked out a little bit until I recombed it again, and was like, after a couple of recombs, it became, well, quite okay. Not the best, but it's an okay slickness. It's pretty good, but it's not great. I mean, you feel the slickness even more when you're styling with it, but then you start to feel that you lose a bit of grip and a bit of slickness when it sets. And the great thing about this is that I actually used 2 scoops when I styled this morning, but then now my hair doesn't even feel so greasy or sticky. It almost feels like as if there's only a little bit of pomade in there. It almost feels like I have nothing in my hair, so it's quality right there. And for its shine, just like all the other Murray's products, the shine is an all-day one, and it did not decrease anyhow. So I still have quite a shine that's between medium and high. It is higher than New Nile, definitely, but just looks a little bit more greasy than New Nile. Alright, second day of build up here with Murray's 50/50, and I decided to go for a pompadour again. And the shine actually did improve just a tiny bit on the second day after putting more. I put 2 more scoops on this morning, but 1 finger scoop is actually less than 1 finger scoop yesterday. It's probably about less than 3/4 of yesterday's finger dabs. But anyway, the shine did improve only by a smidge, and its hold also improved, but not drastically. It's just a very slight improvement in hold. I'm sorry. You would have a bit of a waxy feel, but not too much, and that's a good thing. It feels more greasy. It actually feels a little bit more greasy than it was in the first day. And its slickness also improved a little bit. I mean, you would really notice the improvement in slickness once you style your hair on build-up, but after it sets, it feels like how it was on the first day after it sets. And my sides actually were a little bit loose sometime after styling my hair, but when I slicked it back again, it was in place again, and it actually lasted longer and held in place more tightly than it did on the first day. So there's that. You would notice the slickness actually improve, but when you style, you would notice it, but after it sets, you won't really notice it so much anymore, but it's still there pretty much. Scent, obviously it does not get any stronger. Usually Murray's products don't have a very strong scent, but I personally actually like this one. And so, my final verdict on Murray's 50/50, if you see one of these, go grab it without hesitation, I tell you. This is a limited edition pomade, and if you were a collector or if you're a greaser, this is something you really must have in your collection. It's limited edition, that means it won't be around forever. And this is pretty much like an alternative to Murray Superior, but just softer, but not completely like soft. And it has a shine that you don't actually need a topper. I mean, it gives a decent shine. It's sort of a medium. It's really not what I expected, not as high as I expected it to be, but it's still enough that you don't even need to use a top coat over it. So, good slickness, decent hold. Shine is, to be honest, it's a little bit of a letdown for me, but it's okay, I guess. But really, 50% Superior, 50% Excellento. If you both love Murray Superior or Murray Superlight or Murray's Excellento, or if you're a fan of New Nile, you should go grab one of these. It's like softer than New Nile. It smells almost similar to New Nile, but it smells like a mix of the Superior and Excellento. I've already mentioned that. And basically, if you're a fan of Murray's, you should really get one of these. It's extremely difficult to find. That is why if you see one of these, go and grab it. So, I'll see you in my next video.